better parts of the world.
That's right. On certain wanted posters.
You'll see them in many post offices across
Many
the world.
post offices. That's right.
That's right. And we've been running. I think I hope I got this right. I put episode 4, so I'm hoping this is the 4th one. I am sometimes wrong with counting. So, but Streets of Scorn with his, I believe his halfling thief. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I always forget he's a halfling. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Maybe because you play him so human. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. Don't know what the difference is.
What is what is the halfling? I mean, should I be dancing more or
please not?
I smoke, that wacky weed that you have in your game.
You do smoke that wacky weed.
Viper
yes,
weed.
You do. Viper weed. Right?
I do smoke the viper weed. So I mean, I have a pipe and those things. So I don't know whether, if you give me a ring to go throw in a volcano, I could do that.
You could, but you already have the natural ability to turn invisible anyhow, so you don't really need a ring.
I don't need the ring. No, you're right.
No, yeah, Shadowdark's got you covered. So you're good.
That's right.
Let's see here. I'll bring up let's see.
And I am streaming on my channel, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah, it is streaming.
So I try to stream on my Facebook page for whatever reason. Not that it does much there, but I know Joe had this issue where when he streams on Facebook, it automatically locks down to only you, it says, and it has a lock on it. Well, before I used to go on there and I could click on the lock and then I could put it to, stream to friends and everything. Now I can't even do that. And then I went online today to see how to, have it just default to stream to friends, and it didn't work. So I'll have to figure that out another day or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. But do you remember where we left off there, Paul?
Well, let me see what my handy dandy notebook says.
Oh, and did you get the zine?
I did.
All right. So for those out there in YouTuber land and everything, Paul and I, we discussed it last time. It was 2 weeks ago, and he wanted to have some contacts, and it's something I've been wanting to develop with him anyways, because of, he's in a Thieves Guild. He should have some contacts and stuff. And it was something I was going to do a while ago, just didn't get to it. Finished it up, I don't know, early last week, and didn't send it to him until 10 minutes before the show. Something like that.
I will be, that's right. I will be on the fly.
Right.
There. So,
but let me see. I don't know if I'll give, maybe I don't even have that one up here yet. Oh, contacts is Scorn. That's what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just show some people. Oh, somebody got a gift membership from you, Paul. Ember Keepers thing.
Oh, okay. Somebody got one?
Yeah, they
somebody, yes. My ear trumpet.
Oh, ear trumpet did. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see that now.
Thanks, ear trumpet.
Yeah. Ear trumpet's been I've been seeing ear trumpet giving little gift subscriptions like at Tankars, I think Joe's making the rounds. Let's see here. I just want to show this real quick, guys. I don't know what button I pushed. I don't know. It said warning, whatever.
Warning.
Yeah.
Warning.
Don't push that one.
Don't push it. And then you must push it.
Of course, we're gamers. We have to do that. All right. I'll stop sharing this real quick, and then I'll bring up this. There we go. Share.
Mouse.
1 second.
Is it time for your beating again, Tim? Is that what's going on?
No, it's not time for my beating. She just wants the mouse.
Oh,
yeah, that'll be later on.
Oh, okay. Be gentle with him. Be gentle with him.
She has no time for public displays of violence, so she has to keep those private.
Yes. Yes.
But so this
she tells you to hide the bruises. Is that what she said?
Right. Right.
That's
Yeah.
why you always wear. That's why you always wear long sleeves and a
Right.
and
Yeah.
a
Long
skull cap.
sleeves. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She beat you around the head and face.
Yeah. Well, not like anybody'd notice anyways, but,
Well,
so what I did for each one of his contacts, guys, is I went with the theme of Dean Spencer's art. Everything he has on there is Dean Spencer art. So there's a little clip of him, name up there, and then I gave him a brief description of kind of his context with these folks, and then down here I gave a quick kind of table reference, who they kind of are allied with, like the Goldsmith, it's just one of the princes within the Silent Knives, the services that he's like Hobbs may go to him for, the what their expertise is in, and the cost relative that, and then the loyalty, and the loyalty score is flex, definitely fluid.
oh
But
yeah.
but yeah, this is just a sample of what I sent them. I think I sent you a total of like 11 or 12 different contacts that you either know or know of, or
Yeah, 15 different contacts.
oh, I did 15. Wow.
Yeah.
I overshot. But yeah, so I just wanted to show those are the little things I do for my campaigns I like to do. So
Well, that's quite good.
all right, let's see. Let's get that back up there.
Available
All
on
right.
drive through.
No, that's not available on drive-through.
Someday.
Yeah, maybe someday. Yeah, no, that's just for you
Or
right now,
at least
Paul.
available to Patreon. Available to your
No,
patrons.
no, it's just for you right now. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just keep it to myself then.
Well, you should see all my folders I have of just stuff that I have, it's just there.
Just an embarrassment of riches you refuse to share. You're like Scrooge McDuck. You're just rolling around in your own filthy lucre there. You've got papers and you're just waving your arms around in
I
piles
need to get
of
one of
paper.
those what are the little top hats? And
Yeah.
And does he wear a monocle or does he actually wear glasses? I can't remember which one he wears.
I think he wears a monocle.
All right. That'll be disorienting, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
So you left off with, I'm sorry, Paul, let's do your recap.
Oh,
again.
yes. Back where we were here.
Yeah.
So last we were able to get out of the Undercity.
Okay.
And we entered into back into Scorn, and we got into a fight. We came upon Sidwin's Tavern. Isn't it Sidwin's Tavern?
Well, it's called Tug's Tavern.
Tug's Tavern, yeah.
Yeah.
And at Tug's Tavern, we came upon a group of soldiers that were not really soldiers, and they were terrorizing some people. They were we really don't even know why. We're hopefully going to find out because we managed to keep 2 of them alive, and they're facing the wrath of the people of Tug's Pub right
Tug's
now.
Pub, yeah.
And so sadly, Rory is no longer with us.
And why is that?
Mostly because I stabbed him accidentally.
I think you shot him, didn't you?
I did. I shot him with a crossball, and I missed him. I missed the people I was supposed to shoot at and hit Rory.
That was the only one you didn't miss. Yeah.
Correct. But I feel like Hobbs is justified because he was stealing from the group. He had broken the thieves' code. And so after I pulled from his pocket some gems, or a gem, something he found in the Undercity, that I did not shed a tear for Rory after that, simply because there's a proverb that says, "Be sure your sin will find you out." So it found him out. So
fair enough.
I was a messenger of the gods. What can I tell you? It was my job.
Delivered the message. Yeah.
I just delivered the message. Sorry, Rory.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry, Rory.
Yes. All right. So Celia, who was the waitress who got stabbed and everything, they give her a couple Hugo's healing potions, and after the first one goes down as a dud, they were able to get her back up with the second one. And they have the two city guards, air quotes, inside the tavern in the back room. And Sidwin kind of nods at you and says, see what you can find out.
Okay. I imagine Hobbs is looking at them, and I imagine they are not looking good. They are
no, they're pretty they look like what I look like after Ivy's done with me. They go,
oh, there you go. That's bad. That's bad.
Nothing. Nothing. One of them. What's that?
No, I was going to say, somehow I think is Ivy now in the game? Maybe is that how these two guys? Was she some character named Ivy took care of them?
Right. One of the guards, as you come in, he kind of spits on the ground, big wad of blood and goo kind of hits the floor. And then, but the other guard definitely is not being so brazen. He kind of looks you in the eyes and then lowers his head. And you've got two guys on each side holding him up. So the one guy is trying to stand up, the one who spit, and the other one who's all beat up and doesn't look that great is just sort of hanging there.
Mm-hmm.
He's being supported by them.
Well, I approach them.
Okay.
And I am working on my pipe, just stuffing some viper weed in there.
Okay.
And lighting, getting on. Oh, excuse me, does anybody have a light? Light? Okay. Gentlemen, you see, I am probably the only thing standing between you and the next life. And how you answer my questions will determine how quickly you enter into that next life. So, tell us from the beginning why you're here and who sent you.
The one that is thoroughly beat up and just looks beaten. He goes, with a lowered head, he goes, we're part of Drake's men. And the other one just like, shut your mouth.
Okay. Is there a sword nearby?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to grab it and stab that guy.
The guy who just yelled?
Yep.
Just kind of skewer him and just basically kill him off, or just like a stab in the shoulder. Are you offing him?
Yeah, I'm going to stab him in the shoulder.
Okay.
I'll stab him in the shoulder. And and then I'll go, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. Just so that he knows that I am not playing around.
That guy still, like, as you're stabbing him in the shoulder, he kind of bears the pain, spit and blood's coming out of his mouth as he's doing it and everything. But he still has this look in his eyes that he would try to tear out your jugular with his teeth if he could.
It's okay, my main man. You can be angry all you want, but if you open your mouth again, it won't be a stab to the shoulder. Just so you know.
He doesn't say a word.
Okay, so you're a part of, you said, Blake's men?
Drake. The prince that's right down to the south of you. Let's see here. Let me bring up that map real quick for you, Paul. Get the Drake brothers there. So yeah, so you guys are up at the Shadow Guard area up here, and you guys are, I forgot which section you guys are in. Yeah, I think you're in this area right here, Paul, where I'm pinging. So it's like right on the border of.
Yeah. Go ahead. Can you ping that one more time?
Of course, yeah. Can you see that? Okay.
Yeah. Yep, I can see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we should make it a different color. It's hard to see.
So am I? Previously, when the wine yeller,
the crier, yeah,
the wine crier.
Yeah.
Did I know which group he belonged to?
Yeah, he told you he was some of Drake's men told him to come up here to try to draw men.
That's right. That's right.
And stuff like that. Yep.
So okay. So okay. And what exactly, as I talk to the guard, I say, now what exactly does Drake want? And why were you taking it out on poor Celia? Is she in the room?
No, Celia's kind of got recovered. They're taking care of her. They put her up in one of the rooms here so she can recover.
Okay.
She seems okay when the last you saw her, but definitely shaken up.
So why was your punishment poured out upon poor Celia?
I think because that wasn't my choice. I swear it wasn't my choice. They just told us to come up here and cause some problems.
Oh, you did for yourself.
He kind of moves his eyes to his buddy there, and he goes, "It was his idea to attack her."
Really? Okay. So what is Drake's? Well, Hobbs probably says this guy doesn't know what Drake wants. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't.
Right.
Okay. He says, do you know, has Drake asked you to do anything else?
No, not. This was the only thing he sent us to do. It wasn't even the Drake. We were just told it was from the Drakes.
I look at Sidwin and I go, Sidwin, do you have any questions?
Sidwin just kind of looks around and he's like, yeah. Goes up to the one who is spitting and doing all that stuff. He goes, have you ever been poisoned by a white lotus before? Have you ever seen someone who even just brushes against it? And the guy, when he mentions the white lotus poison, he kind of the fire in his eyes definitely dims. It's like he all of a sudden now he's a little bit afraid of that. And Sidwin was like, well, I just got a new shipment in, but I'm not really sure on the potency of it, and I do need somebody to test it on. I guess you'll do. He said, and he looks at Hobbs. Is like, do you have any objections?
Well, no, I don't have any objections, Sidwin. And I look at the guard. I go, now would be a very good time to share any knowledge you may have, because after that white lotus, I'm afraid you're not going to be able to share anything at all.
Are you talking to the one who was the angry one before?
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll here. Give me a charisma roll there, Paul.
Okay.
I'm just gonna see what you get.
Charisma, which is terrible.
Doesn't matter. This is a role that is not so much is like if you're going to succeed. I just want to see how well you succeed.
Oh, it's an 18.
Yeah, so he's pretty well, convinced. The fire just kind of vanishes from his eyes, especially when he starts talking about, the poison and how you had no problems, just like, gouging him with a sword. You and Sidwin were very convincing, and he goes, "We're supposed to start trouble, and that's what we're gonna. That's what we did. That's what he's gonna keep doing." Because you guys aren't gonna have this block for very long.
Is this block worth your very lives?
He looks at the wouldn't you for the Shadow Guard? Shadow
Mm,
Guard's your prince. Yeah, just so in case you weren't sure.
right. I'm afraid well, how well do I know the Shadow Guard? Be the question.
You
How well?
don't. You've only met her one time in passing, and then the only reason, the little bit that you do know of her, because you've heard her speak, and she definitely has a voice that you figured is more feminine, the way she moved and everything. But other than what Sidwin tells you, you really have had no direct contact with Shadowguard. She's just usually your prince. It's that you represent her.
Right. But based on what I know about her and about our organization, is that the kind of are we like are the Drake brothers in the sense of our tactics
No,
in
no.
doing
Each
those?
each each one. I think I gave you a short kind of synopsis of each one's. Like the Drake brothers are basically your parapsychopath. They're your brutes, your
Right.
bruisers, your
Uh,
basic barbarian guys. Wolfgar is sort of like the mayor of Scorn. He's like everybody's friend, so he does a lot for the community, and he does. He's the oldest one of them all. Of all the princes and stuff like that. The goldsmith to the south, he's a halfling, very well to do. He runs a lot of businesses. He's more of a businessman. So if it's not good for business, he doesn't deal with it too much.
right.
John the Prophet is sort of he's sort of like the brains of the. He's very smart. The reason why they call him a prophet, because he has this ability to kind of uh, see patterns and things and be able to tell if something's going to happen before it happens, or just like get a clue of maybe something bad going to happen. But he has the hardest section he's probably got the largest section to control, and he also has the hardest one, because that is where a lot of like visitors come through, and that's sort of like I don't know if you want to call it the touristy area, but definitely more of the tourist area. And he has to deal with the temples, because there's a lot of major temples. You get the Temple of Delaquane and the Temple of Saras sort of kind of bordering his territories. And then in the
Yep.
back, of course, you have the nobility and the military to the north. And Shadowguard is just sort of this mystic. She's the newest one. Nobody's really sure what to make of her. All you know is the last prince, who you knew as, and it was another female, and her name was Sparrowhawk. She was very precise with what she did. She did not tolerate a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
As long as things were running well, she was okay. But like the reason why the Drake brothers are where they're at, the positions they are, they used to own this block a few years back. Shadowhawk or Sparrowhawk took that away from them, because she believed it was hers and the people need. So she claimed it back, and in no uncertain terms. She didn't just win it back. She basically, defeated them with like a military type precision. They didn't even have a chance to defend themselves. But she stepped down, and then the Shadow Guard came into place. And there's not enough information yet to see what kind. Right now, she's been kind of mysterious. She hasn't made any big moves, has kept people in the place, and but Sidwin, your mentor, seems to be very impressed with her.
Yeah. So I would say then to the guard, I would say, our princes don't waste lives. They don't ask us to do things for no reason, without any thought. Unlike your prince, who simply doesn't value you. You're just meat puppets. That is all. Who's here to save you? Who's here to protect you? Nobody.
He's like, we do what we're told. That's what good soldiers do.
Okay. Well, once again, before Sidwin, before you get a taste of the White Lotus, once again, is there anything you think we should know?
The quiet ones speaks up and he says, we were just sent out to test. They're gonna send more.
Oh, goody. Well. Well, we'll be ready for them. Because if they're just like you, it really shouldn't be a problem.
And he's like, he goes, what? He goes, if you give me a chance, I'll join you guys instead. I don't want to be with the Drake brothers. I don't like the way he does things.
Is this the weaker one talking?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, your loyalty may be tested. We'll see. And then I look at the big guy and go, last chance. Anything on your mind?
Because I've told you everything. And he doesn't tell us. We just heard it from our. And he mentions a name. Villain Clackus.
I kind of laugh a little bit. I go, really? His first name is Villain?
No, that's just what he calls himself.
Oh, that's even funnier. That he should call himself Villain.
When you mention that, you see that he does look a little embarrassed. Mention that.
Well, I'm halfling Hobbs. What do you know?
Just give me an IQ roll real quick.
An IQ
Paul.
roll.
Yeah, please. You want to do better than a 9, but the more you surpass it, the better. 8. You've heard of the name, and you've heard of the name, and you know the basic information that he is he's kind of like what Sidwin is for you.
Right.
He runs crews in Drake Brothers territory. But other than that, you don't know too much about him.
Okay. Well, he nods his head and he goes, okay. Sidwin, do you wish to put this man here, the repented one, would you like to put him through the protocols to test his loyalty, or do you are we all full?
I've got an idea for that.
Okay.
And he looks at you, and he kind of you see he pulls out a dagger, and you see the slightest of white powder on the tip of it, and you know what it is right away, and even seeing it makes you kind of cringe a little bit. And you see him, he goes up to the guy. He goes, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot. But it's going to hurt you more than it hurts me. And that's important. And he kind of applies it. He doesn't even stab him with it. He just kind of applies it over a wound, just sort of does a wipe of the blade. And as soon as the blade touches, he collapses to his knees and starts convulsing. Uh, his jaw, his lower jaw, is chattering so much. You can hear what few teeth he has in his mouth. You hear him breaking from the violence of the convulsions and stuff. The guys let him go. He's on the ground, and as he's doing these convulsions, you can hear as he's like, wrenching his back. You hear bones in his body breaking from the violence of the convulsions. And Sidwin says, "That ought to do it." And he clamps you on the back, and he says, "Release release him." And they release the city guard, and he comes in and goes, get rid of his little uniform. We get rid of that. And you see that he's just dressed like another. He's dressed like a toad. Toads are like the low level goons that Drake brothers use. You call them toads. And he kind of keeps his head down, staggers a little bit, trying to keep his balance and everything. And he goes, I promise, I'll be a good recruit. I swear I'll be a good recruit.
Well, I tell him, I look at him and say, do not mistake our mercy for weakness.
He's like, no, of course not. No, of course not. And Sidwin kind of grabs you by the shoulder and walks you back to the one corner. He goes, this leads me into my next thing I was going to bring up before all this happened.
Oh, you mean all the money you were going to give me? Isn't that correct, Sidwin?
Well, remember, he gave you what money he could that night or whatever.
Yes.
Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And he goes, yeah, well, that'll come, of course, Hobbs. I've never let you down on that.
No, of course not. Of course not. But, sometimes I have to refresh the memory.
You do. Yeah, that's understandable. But speaking of money, I'm going to give you the opportunity to make a little bit more money these days.
Oh, tell me more.
I want you to start recruiting your own crew.
Oh, my own crew.
So I'm going to make you a crew leader, and I want you to start, finding out who you want in there. The only thing I ask is you don't, take anybody from anybody else unless you ask permission from, their captain.
Well, is Cass part of a crew?
Cass is not part of a crew.
Ah, well then Cass shall be my first.
Oh, Cass has to agree to it, though, doesn't she?
Oh, she will. Of course she will.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
She likes you that much, you think, huh?
She does. She does. Well, I don't know if she likes me, but at least I think she trusts me.
He goes, well, and he goes, and he points at the gentleman. And he goes, I want you to train him up.
Oh, let's see if this feels like I work alone, Captain. Moment.
All right, yeah. you're cramping my style, man.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, that's part of what a crew leader does is he trains people.
He couldn't be any worse than Rory.
Now, Rory had his uses. He got out of there. I'm sure Rory helped out a little bit, I would think.
A little. Emphasis on a little. And did you know he was stealing from us?
I think almost half of our people steal from us, but that happens.
It does, but
I did notice that the bolt looked oddly familiar, though, there, Hobbs.
I'm sorry, the what?
The bolt in his back.
Oh, well, I had he plays it off. He doesn't say it was an accident. He says, well, I had my suspicions and I didn't want him giving up any information to those guards. So, and then, I pulled those items out of his pocket afterwards. So I had my suspicions. Totally
He
did
goes,
that on
well,
purpose.
and he kind of says, well, I got rid of the bolt for you before anybody else would see it.
Oh, okay. I didn't care if anybody saw it, but that's fine.
He goes, well, it's important because if your crew thinks you'll shoot him in the back at any time, you're not going to have a very faithful crew.
Well, my crew should understand that if they steal from me, they will in fact have a bolt in their back. So
There you go.
that's the message. Don't
And
steal from me.
You are a greedy little hobbit, aren't you?
Agreed. I like to think of myself as principled.
Like, well, I'll leave you two to your new friend there, and you're convincing of Cass. I'm going to work on getting you the money that you're owed, and you can use that as maybe some recruiting cash.
Well, good. Thank you. And I would also like any information you have on those the shield from the tower and any of that kind of information, especially the was the map there was a scroll. It was a scroll.
Yep.
That seemed to be a scroll that was some sort of city mandate or contract with the local temple.
Yes, it was like a covenant with their 12 signatures on it.
Yes,
and it had like the Queen's insignia on it or something.
Yes,
like that.
yes. Any information you have about that, I would like to know more.
So we'll definitely research this and find out what this is about. And he goes, well, I'm going to leave you to it. I have some business to attend to. And he goes, and as you're recruiting the people, I'm also assigning you this territory for the time being and defend it from the Drake brothers. Have a good night. And he walks out the door.
I've just left there puffing on my pipe. He's like, crap.
And you see the guards that are in there, the other guys that are in there, and they start filtering out. And the one guy that the city guard guy is just standing there. And he goes, "What would you have me do, sir?"
No, who's this? The
guy your new recruit.
Okay. He says, well, first of all, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Mitchell, sir. Mitchell of Gregland.
Mitchell, what did you do for the Drake brothers? What was your skill, let's say?
And he's like, well, I mean, I was mainly a cook, sir.
Oh, a cook. Why is a cook out here beating up on poor women?
Well, because they just grabbed people who were in the tavern, and I just happened to be one of them. And I had a knife in my hand, chopping up vegetables. So they told me to go with them.
Yeah. Okay. He just shakes his head. Stupid people. Okay. So he marks down. He's now taking out his little book now, and he's writing, and he's like, Mitchell Cook.
And when you do that, he kind of leans over and he goes, of Grayglen.
Of Craigland.
Grayglen.
Can you spell that, please?
Gray, Gray, and then Glen, Glen.
Grayglen. Mitchell of Grayglen.
And then you notice, well, I mean, not you know, this guy can read. A lot of your guys,
Rory couldn't.
No, Rory had a hard time with one syllable words. So,
all right, Mitchell of Grayglen.
You can't say it, can you? Is that a tongue twister for you?
Grayglen. There's a lot going on there.
I guess so.
Mitchell of Grayglen. This is a tongue twister. I'm just going to call you Mitchell.
Good thing I didn't call him Gary or something like that. Gary of Grayglen.
Yeah, Greg of Greyland, Greg Glenn. Can I just kill him now?
You might as well.
I just stab him.
He killed his name
turn it.
already.
I'll turn around. I'm going to shoot you in the back now. Just kidding. I don't say that. Okay. I'm just going to call you Mitchell. Don't correct me otherwise. I know
No,
where you're
sir.
from. All right. And what's your favorite meal to cook? What are you good at?
Well, really, it's a kind of an array of things. I mean, I love cooking chickens, whole chickens, and roasting some vegetables and whole potatoes, the small potatoes, and spice them and season them up and cook them all in one big pot. So all the juices kind of mix up. Then I take those juices and then I make a really good gravy that goes
Okay.
over
That's enough.
everything.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Okay. Fantastic.
Okay.
All right. Mitchell of Great Glen. All right. So who comes to mind if I'm putting a crew together? Who do I could make our friend. He wouldn't go with us though, because he's got to
Are
be
you talking about Geraldo?
Geraldo.
Geraldo, yeah, Geraldo, he's kind of like more of a, professional. He's more of
Right.
a fix it thing. You already have him like as a
Yeah.
he already likes you, so he's kind of already your crew outside,
outside. Extended family, if you will.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is there anybody in my contacts list I could possibly think of? Should I have these names written down?
Yeah, you can check out your contacts list and see if there's anybody. Most of the people in your contacts list are kind of not all of them are silent knives either. There's some that are independents. Many of them are kind of already, sort
Already
of
spoken
spoken
for? Already spoken for. Okay.
But some of them, because I can't remember all of them offhand right now either. Let me see here. I don't think you want Benedict.
Probably not.
He's a singer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need a cook and a singer and a cobbler, fixing shoes. That's what I want.
That's right.
I want all those guys.
Well, one of the guys you can think of right now who might be he costs money though, is that Casimir. He's pretty vicious.
Well, I was also looking at Kabora.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kabora's somebody you would,
and he works for
you'd
Share.
have no problem recruiting.
He works for Share, so I don't have to pay him up front. He'll just work for a share of the money.
Yeah. Yep. I thought you were saying he works for Share, and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
I'm not really sure what that means.
That's right. Well, he works for Life After Love. Okay. So maybe I'll make a visit what time is it? At nighttime?
Yeah, it's definitely
all right. Okay. So we'll go next day, and I will pick up what I'll do is I want to keep Mitchell close by. Can I make arrangements for him to stay in this tavern tonight at an inn?
Sure. Yep.
And then I'm going to assign somebody to watch his room, so that he has no visitors, nor will he visit anyone else.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you got some flunkies that are stationed here at Tugs. The 4 guards that were here, so they just assign them one of those.
Okay. So we'll just make sure that there's zero contact. We must break him of bad habits.
Okay.
All right. So then in the morning, unless something happens at night that I'm not aware of.
Give me a D6 roll there.
A D6. No, not a D6. Oh, 4.
Pretty regular evening,
Good.
go home,
I like
get something
I
to eat,
like them that
nothing
way.
too. You smoke some more of your Viper weed, get a little lightheaded,
Mhm.
fall asleep by the fireplace.
Our chat says, Adam Flaherty says it's nighttime. Stay indoors, for there be brigands
To
about.
be brigands about. Well, he is well, I guess you're not really a brigand. You're more because
No,
what a brigand's like, an outlawed ex-soldier or something like that.
something like
I
that.
can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah,
And they're I'm sure they're out there somewhere.
yeah, oh yeah. There's
So yeah,
plenty of
so
them
okay.
around here.
Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna if nothing happens during the night, I'll get up the next morning. I will then first check in to see what is Mitchell up to and make sure I check with all the people that watched him to see if there was any contact.
All right. So you're back over to Tugs in the morning.
Yep.
All right. When you arrive in the
By the way, where
morning,
do I stay? Do I have a joint?
well, that's some way. Yeah, we'll develop something like that. What we'll do is like we can discuss that. Like we can like if you want to have your own little house, because remember you're pretty well to do merchant's kit.
Right?
You can live back at your parents' house if you want to,
No,
do a
no, we
thing
don't
like
want
that.
that. But I'm
You can
sure my
have your
parents
own.
own property, I would think, that they
Yeah,
could
yeah.
give
So we
me
just pick out like some
something.
sort of property that you kind of just tell me because I know with your background, you've got enough that you'd be able to afford like your own building, your own house. You wouldn't have to share it. You wouldn't have to be in a tenement or anything like that unless you wanted to be. Or if
No.
you wanted to be, you could have your own little hideout underneath it, maybe in in the
Uh,
not the sewers, but like maybe an
yeah.
underground area, a little harder to get to type thing. So
No, I think we'll stay amongst the people. We don't want to be too
okay.
far
So
away
you're
from it.
just gonna have your
Just a private
yeah,
abode,
we'll get that developed then.
big enough for crew meetings and for
So you
entertainment, so that Mitchell
okay,
can.
so you want your crew to be able to meet there? Is it going to
Yes.
be more of a? Do you want like Do you want home where like from outside, like when you do your business stuff, your legit stuff, you have that side of it, but then you have maybe like a secret meeting area or something
Well,
for
we can. I
silent
mean,
knives or
well, let's put it this way: I mean, Sidwin lives out in the open, doesn't he? I mean, he just stays where he stays. He doesn't have a private.
he pretty much lives
Yeah,
between Tugs here, and then he's got
yeah.
a small the other place he stays at is the brothel.
Sure. Well, I would say that for us, at least it seems for our organization, that we live our lives pretty much out in the open because we
You
don't
guys are
hide
integrated with
with the
you guys
people.
are integrated with society
Yeah.
pretty
So,
thoroughly. Yeah.
yeah. So I think the more I would stay public and in relationship with people,
Hmm.
that would benefit. That would be the deal. We're letting others know that we're not hiding underground. We're not hiding from you. We will deal with you should you cross into our territory. We're here.
Right.
We're present. We're not going to be hiding somewhere and then get news that you were there. We're going to know it first because we're going to see you.
Right. 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 Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right. So so you get up from your house, you end up walking to Tugs, and before you open up the door, you hear uh kind of some loud conversation, but not like people are getting in a fight or angry. They actually seem pretty happy.
a
And
loud thing of joy.
kind of, yeah, like they're like,
All
and
right.
then as you get closer to the door, this amazing smell uh strikes your nose, and your hobbit belly goes, ooh,
Ooh, okay.
yeah,
Um, all right. And so I go it's happening in Tugs, is that correct?
right, yep, yep,
Okay.
yep,
All right, so I go into Tugs and I'm smelling the smells.
right.
And
And
so
you see all the guards that were in there, and even the regular cook and the owner, who I can't think of right at this point in time, um, all sitting around a table. And you see Mitchell come out, and he's got an apron on, and he's got another big hot frying pan with a mound of bacon, and on the table you see biscuits and gravy and just a pile of eggs, and everybody's plates are already pretty clean. So it looks like he's serving out seconds right about now. And Mitchell goes, he goes, good morning, sir. I have some breakfast for you if you'd like.
Well, thank you. He looks at his notes. Mitchell of Grey Glen.
Nice.
Sure, I will have a bite. And then I will look at those who I put in charge of guarding his room, and I will check in with them to make sure that he was not visited, nor did he have contact with anyone outside.
No, the guard that has bacon grease smeared all of his face and dripping down his beard and everything, like, says, nope, nothing happened, sir, except this good morning breakfast there.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm thinking out loud that somehow I'm thinking like, I don't know if Mitchell should wear a disguise or not. Maybe he should be disguised so he will not immediately be recognized. It's his thought. He's just thinking out loud.
And then as you're thinking out loud, he comes over and he gives you this plate that's kind of a plate bowl. It's it's like the Hobbit's favorite kind of thing. It's a plate and a bowl at the same time, and it's big. And he fills it up with stuff that would make even a Hobbit kind of jump for joy kind of thing. So you get a little bit of everything in there, or a lot of bit of everything in there. And he goes, if you need more, I have more back there for you, sir.
Well, thank you, Mitchell. I will certainly call upon you should I need you.
Yes, sir. I'll be in the kitchen. And then the owner just kind of tugs on Mitchell's sleeve and then whispers to him, and then he keeps going.
Who tugs on the shoulder?
The owner of Tugs there. I can't think of his name right now. I can't remember what his name is offhand.
I just and and I'm like Hobbs is just shaking his head going, He's just thinking if he takes Mitchell out on a job, he's just thinking, he's like, this poor guy's not got a chance. It's not gonna be good.
You're just thinking to yourself on that one?
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, just shaking my head, going, poor guy.
One of the guards just grabs a fork full of bacon, starts chewing on it, and he just goes, oh. It's the sound he makes is almost obscene.
I'm like looking at him. Get a room. You and your bacon. All right, so I can send. Is Cass nearby, or is even Cass there? I don't know if Cass.
No, Cass is not there, but you know where to find her. She's easy to find.
Okay.
You know a couple places that she hangs out.
Okay. All right. So I will then tell Mitchell to wrap up breakfast. We need to head somewhere and be ready to go in 5.
All right. I can do that, sir. And then okay. You get ready to go, and you see the tavern's not open to the public yet, but you see a city guard member, and it's somebody you recognize. You don't remember his name, but he's been around before, and he nods at everybody sitting at the table, and he motions for the owner of Tugs to come over to, hopefully away from your hearing.
Away from my hearing? Well, I don't know if I like that.
And they have a quick discussion. It looks like it's a little bit animated, and then the guy, the city guard, looks pretty kind of a little pissed off, and he kind of just points to the floor, and then he kind of leaves.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to
And
call the owner over. I'll be like,
I gotta find out. It drives me nuts. Should have that written down. I have written it down, but I just don't have it in front of me now. But go ahead.
so I'm going to call him over and go, hey, Tug's owner. He says, what was that about?
He shakes his head. So they want access to the sewer later on today.
Why?
I don't know, but I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to try to raid one of the businesses and try to get access so they can't escape from the sewer section.
I see. Do we know what business?
I don't yet. I've got a few people working on some information about it, but I don't know yet who it is.
Well,
Sidwin has me covering that one right now.
sure. Okay. Well, keep me
But
posted.
I will, because now I'm supposed to report to you. And he kind of
Ah,
looks at you. He kind of, when he says that, he kind of says it, and he looks at you like
well,
he's not real. It's not like he's real happy, but you can tell he doesn't have the. It's not like he disrespects, but he doesn't have. You haven't earned any respect with him yet.
I would say saving Celia would earn some respect.
Right. But it's one of those deals where, he's one of the people who would expect that of you. That's just what you're supposed to do.
Oh, I see. Well, Mr. Hard to please.
Well, he is a bit of a prick, but that's why Sidwin likes him, and that's why I put him in.
All right. Well, then
in
I
charge.
will. Don't worry. I will. I think to myself, I will win him over.
I will win him over, huh?
I will.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to head over and I'm going to go find Cass and share her the good news that she's now part of my crew.
All right. And you see Cass sitting on a stool outside a business. Let me pull up the right map here so I can show you where it's at. All right. Can you see that, Paul? I didn't switch that over for you though.
Nope, not for
Oh
me.
yeah, I did. I have it for you, right? You can see it, right, Paul?
I see Braz Avenue, so that's what I see on mine.
All right. So you see her over there at Hart Hollis's place, and she's kind of sitting outside, keeping an eye out for.
What is Hart Hollis?
Hart Hollis? He is this grumpy old dwarf who is a warrior, who has now become a collector, or not a collector, like a weapons seller. He doesn't make them himself, but he does sell them. And one of the things that he does is he improves the weapons that he gets. He gets, like, he'll get broken weapons and stuff, and he'll repair them. He doesn't really, make his own.
Right.
And he sometimes will silver weapons also.
Uh-huh.
So he buys like hard silver, or because he doesn't like dealing with just silvering weapons. He likes to make hard silver weapons type deal. So,
well, I think to myself, if I know that, well, and I'm wondering too, did Doomsinger visit him?
Hart Hollis?
Yeah.
I think one of them did, or somebody. I think, was it you or was it Joe's character?
Me or Joe's character? It might have been Joe.
Yeah, and he'd silvered one of your guys' weapons.
Yeah.
Yep, that would be him.
All right. So I'm gonna go. I go over there and I see Cass. Say, Cass, a good morning to you.
And she looks at you. Could you be any louder?
Oh, rough night, honey.
She goes, no, I'm trying to keep an eye out. She goes, over at the Sage and Serpent over there, they're freaking the guards are keeping an eye on him for some reason.
Oh, is there a seat next to her?
There isn't. There's just a stool. She carries her. Sometimes she carries around this charcoaler stool. It's just basically a one-legged stool that you, because if you fall asleep, it'll fall over type deal.
Right.
So she's sitting on that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go stand so I can see her point of view of what she's looking at over at the Sage and Serpent.
Okay. Let me get rid of these marks over here. We don't need them. Oops, I got to go to map level, I guess. Delete. Whoops, not escape, delete. All right, you guys, she's just basically sitting right there. Okay. And she just seems to be, just kind of staring at the main door. And she's got a little bit of an angle of the narrow alleyway in between there, but she hasn't seen anybody go down there.
Okay. Well, I kind of whisper, I now lower my voice now that she's, I know what she's doing. I go, hey, did you hear the good news?
That you're going to give me lots of money from all the stuff we collected?
Yes, that is true. Okay. Also, that I was made a crew chief.
A crew chief, huh?
That's
You're getting that desperate these days.
Well, maybe so. But the other part of the good news is you're now a part of it.
She just laughs. Oh, I'm a part of it, huh?
Yes, of course. You were my first choice.
So I am part of your crew.
Yes. Aren't you honored?
Because there's many words that we use, but that's not one of them.
Oh.
But she's like, so what's the arrangements then, Mr. Crew Leader?
Equal shares as always. I tell her, I say.
Equal shares, huh?
Yes, of course.
All right. And she's just like, well, you're not going to keep much of your money if you do that with everybody else.
Well, that's true. But I also need to keep my crew intact. So I can't, it's okay if I, and he says, it's okay if I don't make as much for me. My way is sort of paved for me and, in my family. He says, but, it's tough to, loyalty is hard to find and you have to buy it most often, except for you, Cass, I'm sure. But I'm building my crew and so far you are, well, technically you're number 2. Sidwin has assigned someone to me already from the Drake brothers, whom got in a little bit of trouble. One of those guys that we found that we were having that kerfuffle with out there outside of Tug's place. He decided to switch sides.
Okay. Decided to switch sides.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's a cook.
Interesting maneuver. He's what?
He's a cook.
So
he's really not. Yeah, he's a cook. He's not really anything, at least from what I determined. He doesn't seem to be, they just kind of grabbed him and threw him in there.
She goes, so how many are you going to get on your crew then? And how many shares do I have to share? Because the more we get, the less I get to share.
I think a solid group of 4. Me, excluding me, it'd be a group of 5 with me. But I'd say 4 others.
Goes,
you and Mitchell and 2 others.
Who else are you thinking besides Mitchell?
Well, I have my ear open for, let's see, for a guy named Kabora. Are you familiar?
Let me see. Yeah, you're pretty good friends with him, right? He's the one with the kind of pretty good with the knives, if I remember correctly.
That is correct. He is very good with knives. He's got some.
Kabora's a good guy. Yeah, she goes. I've had a few jobs that we've done together. Yeah, he's definitely would be a great one for the crew.
And then I was thinking I'd pick your brain. Whom might you suggest?
Oh, she goes, I don't know anybody that would, don't take this the wrong way there, Hobbs, but that would join you. You're such a new crew person that I don't know if they would trust you all that much, but there's there might be a few kids we could pick up from some of the gangs.
Okay.
Might be worth bringing up, and that way we can train them our way instead of training
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. I'm going to ask her because there was that kid. There was somebody. The guy who showed us the underground or showed us a way to get to where that wasn't there a guy that showed us how to get into the printing press place they were making the gold.
Yep.
Who was that guy?
Boy, I can't remember that far back now, Paul. Make up a name, just make them up,
because that's the only contact I can remember that actually
I know who you're talking about, but name wise, I don't know. That was like over what, a year ago or close to it.
Yes. Let's see.
What would you like to make him?
Let's make him. Let's see here. Boop, boop, boop. Let's come up with a name. Let's call him let's go with Webley.
Webley. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go with Webley.
Webley.
Because he didn't seem like a he seemed like a young guy.
Yeah, he is.
Who had some information. It didn't seem like he had earned any kind of
he's more of a street scout.
Yeah, but I think we could use a street scout.
Okay.
So we have muscle, we have a street scout, we have a cook.
Let's see. She knows exactly who you're talking about with Wembley. She's like, oh yeah, he's a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, so we'll train up our own crew, and that way we don't have to worry about the baggage.
That sounds good. So you're talking about so we got try to get Webley. Why don't we, and then we get, what's your cook's name again?
Mitchell of Grey Glen.
What the hell's a Grey Glen?
Well, I don't really know, except maybe he's from a glen and it happens to be gray. I'm not familiar.
Okay. All right. And then your friend, what was his name? Cabora. All right. So with your accounting, I guess we need one more recruit.
That is correct. The question is,
who shall it be?
Who shall it be? The question is, what do we need?
Whoops.
The question is, who should we look for? We have muscle now with Cabora, good with knives. We have a street scout. We have, of course, you. We have me. So the question is, where lies our weakness? Magic, perhaps?
It would be nice to have a mage. They're hard to come by, though. But
they are indeed.
But it's, I don't know. She's like, I may know a guy who may know some folks that maybe we might be able to recruit somebody. I'm not sure, but we can see. I mean, it'll be an unofficial member, so to speak.
Sure, somebody who's flexible, let's say, with their morals, or or at least willing to explore some options.
Our mages, that's required, I think, before they even start.
Well, that's true. So we want to make sure, though, that that they're willing to give it a shot, give it a try.
All right. So she goes, I have to go report this. I'm going to get somebody to replace me because I want to make some money and this isn't getting me that much. So she's like, I gotta go tell Tug's owner, because I cannot remember his name. I have to write that down so I have. Yeah, it's forever going to be Tug's owner. Yeah,
Tug's owner. Well, by the way, I asked her too. I said, "What are you exactly looking for?"
Just keeping an eye out on people who are coming in through this Sage and Serpent. Sage and Serpent, is like an herbalist shop. They have potions in there, and they have some magic paraphernalia, kind of like accessory stuff, but nothing. It's not like some scrolls and some like inks, special inks to write scrolls, and they do have a small selection of Viz that you know of.
Viz.
Yes, that's the physical manifestation of magic that people can use to create magic items, recharge magic items, and also to cast spells without losing a slot. So, like, remember when you were the witchy girl back in the day, Eleanor
Oh, yeah.
Bigby? Yeah. What you could have done is, like, say you have an active spell. What was it? Eye bite? Was that one of your
Yeah,
spells?
I bite. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think, was that a first level or second level spell?
Probably a first level.
All right. So it's a first level spell. So each level requires one Viz to cast. So you have one Viz. So what you could do is cast it using that Viz instead of your own magic. So if you would have failed, it would have come out of the Viz and you would still have the spell. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But you have to have the spell available to use it.
Correct.
Yep. So yeah. So Viz is sort of like a magic, I don't know. It's like protein powder for mages.
There we go. Okay.
Kind of thing. So
I gotcha.
Yeah, so she goes, and I haven't seen anybody come in and out of there, but they were talking about this was the place that was going to get raided. They were expecting some dubious person coming through. I don't know who they're expecting.
Well, I might have some information on that. I think it's the city guard.
Right. But we don't know who they want to get. They won't tell us that.
Okay.
So we want to see who they want to get, and we don't know why they want to get them, and they're doing it on our territory. We got to know what's going on.
Well, yeah.
So he goes, well, let me run down and we'll get this resolved. We'll get somebody else to replace me and everything, and then we'll go talk to a guy that I know.
Okay.
So
sounds like a plan.
So what do you want to grab anybody, or are you going by yourself, or what do you want to do there, Paul?
Grab to go where?
Do this errand with her.
For
recruit.
Kabora?
Yeah.
Like I would go to see Kabora. Well, if I already know,
go see Kabora?
I already have some relationship with him, and I don't mind.
Yeah, Kabora usually is just north of here. He hangs out. Well, he actually hangs out at the kind of close by to the Temple of Pausimius. Remember where that's at?
I do. And the Shadow Guard hangs out in the Shadow Guard area. So
right. Well, that's your prince. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. So, that's he's a fellow.
Yeah, I got the Shadow Guard thing covering it for some reason, but yeah, in that little fence is the Temple of Pausimius.
Yeah, isn't that where Joe's character went? Isn't that where they went? And so did Doomsinger for something. We went there for some reason to find out something about something, and I think he was trying to get his hand healed, or
right. He was trying to get his fingers that were all jacked up.
Fingers were all jacked up. Yeah.
Okay.
Ring Yeah.
Yeah, he never learns.
Never learns. All right.
Never
Well, I'll
learns.
go off and see. I'll go off and see Kabora. See where he's at, what he's doing.
All right. You come up. He's got his own small like house. He rents. He kind of owns like the whole house. The upstairs is rented by a couple other people you don't know, and he lives in the downstairs. And the door is opened actually.
Okay. Well, I do a little knock on the door.
And you see him kind of step around the door, and he's like, "Hobbs, come on in." It's like you just missed breakfast, but I suppose I can scratch something up for you if you need
No,
something.
no, 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 Kabora. You're very kind. You're very kind. I've already had breakfast. I'm actually here on some official business, if that's okay.
Yeah, and when you go in there, his place is very Spartan. He's got a bed. He's got like three different targets around his house that he throws knives into.
Okay.
Just basically his bare minimum of items, and there's nothing flashy about his a place. No displays of wealth, and very little display. The only thing of comfort that he has is he has a blanket. That's
Ah.
about the only thing that he has. It's like, you know, going because even his fireplace is a smallish fireplace, and he just has basic, just a small cookware table type thing set to the side. Definitely a bachelor's pad in a lot of ways.
Okay.
But so he sits down, he pulls out a chair for you. He's even got a hobbit sized stool for you. It's like puts it down, and then he sits down on his, and he says, "So what brings you this morning there today?"
Well, I don't know if you've heard the good news or not yet, but it seems that I've received a promotion to crew chief.
Oh, well, congratulations, Hobbs. That's well deserved.
Well, thank you very much. But and it came your name came to mind immediately, and I thought I'd come over and ask and see if about your availability these days, and see who you're running with, if anybody.
I'm kind of in between jobs right now. I've kind of been staying away from some of the crews out there lately. Doing a lot of got a couple crews that are trying to find out some stuff in the harrowing, and they start messing with things that they just. I'm not into the harrowing. I don't have any interest in going in there.
Oh, nor do I.
So, but yeah. Why don't you tell me some of the information that what you want to do?
Well, it depends on Sidwin, but
Okay,
there's several
of
things
course.
going on. Um, there's money to be made, by the way. Uh, we recently, I don't know if you heard, but we made a little trip to the Undercity.
No, I hadn't heard that. So you get so how which part of the Undercity, or I should say, how was the Undercity?
Well, it's as you would expect it. It's horrible.
Mm.
There's terrible things down there. Gargoyles, all manner
Oh,
of
geez,
flying things. Yeah, it's awful. Um,
flying things. Wow.
but we got out there. And then, and by we, I may also, by the way, as part of the crew right now is we have Cass. Cass
Oh,
is also
good.
doing part.
Well, I think that was inevitable.
Well,
If
you know,
if you're going to be the leader, I mean, Cass definitely seems to find her way back to you.
well, she likes the competition, I believe. So I think that's her driving force is she wants to, just be competitive and wants to keep that competitive edge. And I welcome her competitiveness and will be happy to show her who is best, of course, which is I. And um, but yeah, and so we're slowly building a team that we can build some trust with. As you know, we are in a somewhat not so trustworthy business sometimes. Thieves without honor, as you hear. And that's
Understood.
my crew is going to be very different. So equal shares of whatever we find. I'm,
Cool.
once again, I get equal parts just like everybody else. And we also have oh, by the way, too, I don't know if you heard about the Drake brothers. They had some
Of
folks
course.
come into our area, and one of them was White Lotus last night,
Oh,
and yeah, it didn't go well for him.
Sidwin's digging into the old school tricks these days, huh?
Yeah. So one survived
Okay.
though. One survived and
Survived
decided
the the White
no.
Lotus.
He just survived. Just survived. He
Oh,
watched the
okay.
White Lotus and decided he should convert uh to the knives here. So rather than the
Okay.
so so he is he's a trainee. So he's under my tutelage and I will tutor him. Um
Okay.
but he's a very good cook, by the way. So, but we'll see if he can do anything else besides stir meat or or burn bacon or whatever. But we'll see if he has any other skills that we can assist with. But yeah, would love to have you on the team. And once again, where there's things going on with the Drake brothers that are going to come up.
Okay.
I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of money in that, but there's other things. Like I said, there may be a trip to the Undercity. So we may go back down there. There's quite a bit
Okay.
of and I tell him a little bit about some of the treasure we brought back, the shield, the scroll, the some of these other things. And so yeah, it's quite lucrative. I've not received all the benefits yet from our find, but Sidwin, he is slow, but he will get around to it.
Okay. He goes, well, my friend, he holds out his hand.
And I extend mine.
He goes, sounds good. Let's do this.
Okay. Great. He says, well, I'll be in contact then. Currently there's nothing going on, but I would keep your eyes open. Once again, the Drake brothers, may be wandering into town here and there. So keep your eyes open. If you see anything, just let me know. Otherwise, when Sidwin lets me know of some tasks we might that we might embrace, then we'll get you started and start putting some coin in your pocket, sir.
I like the sound of that. It's good. No, I think that's a good crew. He goes, it's like there's a lot of opportunities out there, but unfortunately, sometimes our organization does not flatter itself with the people that they choose.
Oh no, not at all. And I'm all over. I'm about quality over quantity. So I'm very choosy, and we will create a crew that is to be envied.
He smiles at that. Well, then I'm glad to be a part of it there, Hobbs.
All right.
And I will get ready for whatever you need to do. Just let me know. He goes, I do have my boy with me, and I'll have to send him back off to his mother here soon.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's the only loose thread I have to do, and maybe just
Well,
sharpen up my knives a little bit more.
okay. And I give him. I pull from my pouch a little pouch that I keep there of about 25, 30 silver pieces.
30 silver.
And well, let's make that 35. It's 30 pieces of silver doesn't sound just after Easter.
Right. That's right. Too close, huh?
Too soon. So I will give him 35 silver pieces in a little bag and go, here's a little down payment so you know that buy your boy something before you send him back, and maybe buy yourself a good dinner.
Well, much appreciated, Hobbs. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, and I shall leave him.
All right.
Well, before I do, maybe I'll. Well, she already knows, so I'm not going to ask him about. I was going to think about asking about mages, but since Cass already knows somebody, I will leave
Right.
that to her.
Okay. All right. So what do you do next then?
Well, it's a good question. Maybe I'll check. I'll go back to Tubbs and check in there to see what Mitchell is doing, and if we've heard anything about who they're trying to grab over there at the Sage
Okay.
Sage place.
You see, basically Mitchell's just cleaning up the kitchen, cleaning up around basically the owner of Tugs has put him into work and kind of getting him to do work around the tavern.
That's probably best for him. On my way in, though, by the way, I just kind of look around. I
Yes.
just kind of look around the town a little bit. I look around before I go into the door. I just kind of stop and just do a little gaze around to see if anything
All right.
seems out of
Give
place.
me all right. You'll get an advantage with this, Paul. So go give me an intelligence roll, please.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
With advantage. Let's go to advantage. Oh, that's not good.
All right. All right.
Even with advantage. It's terrible.
Yeah, even with advantage, there's a guy with a sweetmeats vendor come by and starts yelling, and then you're just distracted by the sweetmeats and end up getting one of them. It's like those are really good.
Yeah, I gotta have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So easily
yeah,
distracted by that. Yeah.
Yes, and I probably need to go see, after this, I'll go in and check with Mitchell's doing that, and I talk with Tubbs, the owner of Tubbs. Why don't I just call him Tubbs? Just say
Well, his name's Tugs, but the name
Tug.
it's Tug. But no, the old owner used to be Tug. But maybe I'll just
the
make
old
him Tug.
owner.
Yeah, the old owner, and he's an elf, and I can't remember what I want to say it's Elwyn or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but I don't remember.
Well, I'll just check with I'll check with the owner of Tugs and say, have any news as of yet as to what exactly the city guard are looking for.
He shakes his head. No, not yet. Not yet. Mitchell's pretty good. He goes, how much would it cost me to hire him off of you? Maybe I'd like to get him in my crew.
He's got a crew, or he has employees?
Employees.
Or is it the same thing?
Yeah.
Well, he says there's going to be times that I'm going to need, since he is under my tutelage, I'm going to need to take him with me. So you'd have to get permission from Sidwin.
He just kind of rolls his eyes. Yeah. And as you're kind of in there talking to him, you see Cass come in, and you see this kind of tall fellow. He's got this, he screams mage. Just the way he's dressed. He's got this tight cowl around his face. Only his face is showing. It's dark. He's got this, big collared robe on, and he comes, and like when he comes in, he just doesn't come in. He kind of swoops in, he's like, and Cass goes, Hobbs, this is Bellamy Hobbs. And he goes, how do you do?
Oh,
he extends he does a little flourish of his hand. How do you do? Bows a little bit.
I bow back to him, and I look at Cass, and I give her one of those looks.
And she just gives you a stern look, like,
Is that behave yourself? Is that like an Ivy look?
Right. Yeah, that's like
from Ivy.
Don't be a snarky smart ass, Hobbs, look.
Yeah. I get that look from my wife too.
Yeah, we're all very familiar with those.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. All right, so I say, oh, Bellamy, welcome. Has Cass filled you in on the details?
Oh, she has. She has.
Okay. And how
So
do you
would
feel?
we? He's like, I could use something to drink if you wouldn't mind.
Sure. I look at the bartender or one of the barmaids around, and
They bring over a
something.
drink, and he looks to you of where he should sit.
I just point at just a random table,
Okay. So he sits
wherever's fine.
down and
I
he's like,
quietly whisper. I quietly whisper to Cass. Did you find him in the theater district?
and she gives you an elbow. So Cass was telling me that you might be interested in a mage for hire on occasion.
Yes, that is correct. And so you're. Do you have any other affiliations? I should ask.
Who, me? Affiliations? Well, I do belong to the Guild of the Arcane Lore. And he makes another little flourish when he
Okay.
says it.
And I ask, any other affiliations with, let's say, those less desirables, such as maybe some other organizations around the city?
Well, whatever do you mean, my man?
Hmm. Well, I look at Cass. I go, well, there are those. Of course, you know of our organization, the Silent Knives, correct?
Of course, you are an organization of, how shall I put it? Acquiring things and of knowledge and of possessions and of people, I believe.
Well, that is true, and there are several organizations who obviously do what we do, and I'm wondering if you have any affiliations with any other such groups.
Well, I do belong to uh, the House of Scarabs.
Okay, how does that strike me?
Give me an IQ roll. Let's see if you'd have any freaking clue to see if you know anything about that. Give you a nice outside chance of knowing this one, Paul.
So is that an intelligence?
Yeah, please. Yep.
Okay. Oh, I know something.
Okay. Yeah, you have actually heard of the House of Many Scarabs, and they are a you know that the Guild of Arcane Lord, like how you guys break up into crews,
Yeah.
Mage Guild breaks up into different houses. So they're kind of that would be this probably your equivalent of it. So they generally though it's almost like a dorm room situation where they usually get a house somewhere depending on location, and they do their own particular studies, their own particular um, explorations, and that they can do them independently, but they also bond together, and they're supposed to share their information within the house, and so it's a smaller version of the guild to gain information from people hopefully you trust like you know with the crews and stuff like that. And what you know of the House of Scarabs is they don't have any they have joined the guild or the Silent Knives on several occasions. This is not anything new. This would be a of all the houses that you're drawing from, this one makes the most sense because
Okay.
it's been done many times there. And then you know that their house, their manor house is somewhere outside of Scorn. You're not really sure the location, but you know like their core people are close by to the city. So
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, then that builds my confidence then, as I look at Cass and I just kind of give her a little one of those, like, hey.
Mhm.
Well, good. We'll have some news very soon as to our next expedition. So I'm sure Cass will keep you informed and be on the ready. What do you is there anything in particular you would say that you're good at? Any particular skills or things
I
that
would
you would
say I'm good at a great many things,
oh, yes.
but I do favor myself as a charmer of people, and I enthrall them with tales and stories of old, and my
Ah,
knowledge of different things.
oh, great.
When you
He's so
well
desperately
when he does that, he pulls out. He's got an emblem, not an emblem. He's got a necklace around his neck, and you see that he's wearing the holy symbol for the great imbiber.
the great imbiber.
Yeah, do you remember that one, Paul?
No, I don't.
The great imbiber is the god in my campaign where he celebrates, of course, with drinking all the time. But the biggest thing that he does is like he likes to share tales, share stories. They don't even have to be real; they just have to be entertaining.
Right.
Um, and that's what they do. They celebrate life because as they say, you've got one great imbiber against seven gods of death.
True. True.
So the great imbibers is generally, especially with halflings, he's one of the major gods of the halflings. He's well known and well worshipped.
Ah, yes, I almost said Hobbs had to bite his tongue and say, "Oh, so you bore people to death," but he did not say that.
You saved yourself there.
I did
Saved
say,
yourself
like,
from a sharp elbow from Casa too. She's got a bony elbow.
yeah, yeah, I don't want that. So
No.
now knowing that, I go, okay, well, that sounds great.
Casa was also telling me, he goes, I mean, not to bring up something so crude, but there would be some sort of retainer for me if I joined your crew and agreed to be at the ready. You know, my skills are heavily touted after, and so I just want to make sure I'm available for when you need me.
Well, surely that's all, and we appreciate your time, of course. So yeah, as long as you know that, hey, we split the everybody get equal share, but everyone must do equal work. So,
Of
um,
course.
okay, fantastic. Well, feel free to enjoy the drink of the house, and
Hmm.
we will notify you as soon as something comes up, which will be very soon, by the way. So, how
We
what's the
look
best way to contact you? Is it through Cass or
well. That's what I was going to tell you and everything, but maybe we have a misunderstanding about the retainer. That was to be paid beforehand, and that way I would be available for you and make sure I did not get distracted by other involvements.
oh, I look at Cass.
Cass shrugs her shoulders.
I give her the look like,
Right.
did we
And she
know
kind
this?
of and she kind of leans in a little bit. You wanted a mage. You got a mage.
Well, Bellamy, what is your well, let's see. What is do you Hobbs just says, he says, look, he says, I will give you well, let's see. for this month,
Mhm.
not knowing what work we're going to have. He says, well, can you make yourself available for the next few weeks for 20 silver?
I could do that for 40 silver.
Okay. And if Hobbs is now drinking
Right.
and he says 40 silver,
Right.
it's a spit take.
Okay. All right.
And he just goes 40 silver. My God, man.
Well,
Who's
I am
he
an
says-
ambitious mage.
he says, who's the thief and who's the mage here?
Oh, but my skills cost money. I would like to make sure I'm available for when you need me. I mean, 20 silver pieces a week is, I think, a fairly good bargain for a mage to be at the ready of someone.
Well, considering that he gave what's his name? He gave Kabora 35.
Right.
So then, okay, he will then says, okay, but when I call, you come, or I may have to collect my silver back.
He smiles at that. Of course, I understand. I would not be so rude as to revoke on a deal that we've made. I am a man of my word. And he puts
Well,
out his hand.
and I look at Cass and go, Cass, pay the man.
And she looks at you and goes, I don't remember getting paid yet by you. Did you pay her at all?
Oh, I didn't pay her
From the
anything yet,
state.
no. Well, I haven't
Yeah.
gotten anything. I don't think I got anything.
Well, yeah, he gave you like 90 for, I think it was something like 90 silver or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I will go ahead. I'll go, oh, you don't have, oh, okay, he says. So he gives him the 40. He's got to look at his page
Okay.
here. He goes, that's right, I forgot. So he goes and gives her the 40, and that would be that. And then he pulls out another 40 and gives it to Cass, which leaves me with 50.
What he does is he reaches into his robes and he pulls out, it looks like it's about a stick about that big, real small stick, and he hands it to you. He goes, just break that when you need to find me, or when you want me to a show.
Okay. So he takes it and kind of puts it in his tunic.
Just be careful with that, because they have a tendency to break if anything bumps against them on their own. So
I will take good care of it.
it works, but it's not perfect.
Looking at Cass again.
He'll just call me a pussy DMing. What the hell is he talking about? I consider the source.
Just looking at Cass going, you,
Right.
this is one of those, you owe me. You owe
so
me.
You see him walk out, and Cass is like, well, we got our mage.
Why, yes, we did. And clearly does dinner theater on the side.
And she's like, hey, listen. She goes, you know how mages are, and trying to find one that'll be somewhat agreeable to working with us, who has no real proof of what we can do yet. You're lucky you even got that guy. I've heard good things about him, though. I mean, I did a little bit of research for him, and I guess he has done some jobs with us in the past. And while he may not to be your liking, he is, I guess, somewhat trustworthy.
Well, it's not that I like him or don't like him. There's just, I can only surround myself with so many quirky people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you've got me, and I'm assuming Kabora took pity on you and joined.
Well, yeah,
And
neither of you are quirky. I was thinking more of the cook, and possibly our next victim,
she
a
points a thumb
volunteer.
over at the cook who's now sweeping the sweeping up the dining room. Oh, this guy's quirky. Does he sweep a weird way that you don't like?
No, but he's a cook. How many cooks you know that aren't quirky?
I don't know. She goes, I don't know. When are you going to make us some money?
The
It's
minute
like
I
we
hear,
pulled all that up from the thing, and you give me 40 silver. That's it.
yes, that's what I'm just giving you. I'm giving you your portion of what I received. Okay, I am in the hole. Everyone else is
We're
paid.
gonna. How come you're not pushing Sidwin for more money? That's not much.
Well, Sidwin owes me more money. He has to get this. He has to get the shield investigated. He also has to get the scroll investigated. There's money going to be coming in from that. So I have to wait on things. If once again, I'm open to any leads you have, Cass. I'm happy to bring a crew together, but I don't want to bring a crew together for petty larceny. Our crew is going to achieve top dollar type of things here. We're not picking pockets here.
I know. We'll only steal from very rich things. I know.
Which may also be another trip to the Undercity.
She kind of real quiet at that again. She goes, "Don't you remember that fight with the gargoyle?"
I'm about to rectify that. I'm gonna go.
All right.
I'm gonna go see. Well, I'm gonna go two things. I'm gonna go to the Sage and the Sage and was it Sage and Steel? What is that? Sage and
Mm-hmm.
is it Sage and Steel? Is that what it's called?
I
Sage and
think
Serpent.
so.
Excuse me. Sage and
Yeah.
Serpent.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of things. I will go in there, which will give me a reason, an excuse to see who's in there, and who might be the victim of the city guard.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to go in there.
Do you want me to go with you? Or do you want me to hang back?
No, you can come with me if you want. But we can go investigate. I mean, we're going in their shop, so
Okay.
We're in there for a reason. While we're there, we'll just kind of poke around and see who's there.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to head over there and just once again, I kind of take another look as I'm going in. I just kind of look over my shoulder and look around.
Okay. You see a lot of dried herbs and different types of flowers and some other stuff you can. Lots of plants hang in different places. There's different labels on them. You have different bookcases that have some scrolls in them and some different tomes and whatnot. And then it's a small shop, but it's you can smell the incense, like real strong incense in there, and that. And you see behind some the equivalent of like some glass things, you see cards from a card master. Remember those?
Yes.
Yeah, you see you see a few of the.
I remember those. Hobbs is not, but I do remember those.
I couldn't remember if Hobbs was. I mean, I think he only had one adventure with him, so I don't remember.
Well, I don't think there was any cards involved. I think that was all Doomsinger. He knows about the cards and all that because he had to choose. Had to choose one.
So yeah, so you see a few cards from a card master displayed in there, and then behind the counter, you see this lady who is dressed in voluminous like gowns and robes layered on. Kind of got that Stevie Nicks vibe going on about her and everything.
She's not a witch.
She's
Stevie Nicks is not a witch. I said.
Yes. But I mean, you can tell she's probably in her middle age. Her blonde hair is graying, still very attractive. And she is looking at the shelf that's kind of behind where she sits.
Yep.
Stay away from the fog. You're not wrong, Joe. And you see that there's like different smaller books up on this shelf that she seems to be kind of going through, maybe dusting or cleaning and that. And when you come in, the little bell on the door rings and everything, and she gets down and if there's anything I could help you with that you're looking for, please ask.
Yeah, and I look around and I say, yes, I am interested. What do you know? Been doing some reading as of late, and what do you know of gargoyles?
Gargoyles. She goes, well, let me give her a quick roll here. See if she knows. Gargoyles. Yeah. You see her she grabs one of the bigger tomes
Mm-hmm.
off of a shelf. She pulls it out, plops it down on the counter on this table. There's an open table in the middle, and she motions you over, and she kind of goes through the pages until she, her own little mini monster manual there, and she opens it up to the G's and finds
Tell
gargoyle
me
and everything.
how many hit points it has.
Right, exactly. And she runs her finger down and says, "Well, they're a race of creatures that they're supposed to be as old as the dwarves and the giants themselves. Stone creatures, supposedly,
Yes.
that they can turn themselves into stone at any time, and their skin is stone." And from notes that I see on the side, there's some quotes from certain adventurers and everything that say something about their hide is impervious to normal weapons.
Hmm. I have heard such things.
No.
Is it
So
is it impervious to silver?
she goes, that's what there's an antidote here about silver weapons being able to wound it. But it seems like magic works the best.
Ah. Well, what kind of magic? Tim, I think your mic is off. Tim has lost his voice. 'Cause I think
Can you hear me
mine.
now?
Yes, I can hear you.
That was weird.
Yeah,
Well, I guess they just disconnected muted me for some reason. I don't
I don't
know.
know. I don't know what that's about.
She goes, I wouldn't want to presume what kind of magic, but I suppose any type of magic would maybe harm it, I guess, if it was done properly.
Huh. Okay. Well, Hobbs thinks to himself, well, I don't know. He thinks to himself, great. Bellamy will tell him a story. He will coddle the little gargoyle and he will share little stories with him. Great, he thinks to himself. All right. He says, "Oh, okay." He says, "Well, that is very, very interesting. Thank you for sharing that." Um, he says, Hobbs says, um, "I am looking for that maybe I am no mage, nor do I do any magic at all. But I am looking for some things that would maybe assist me should I get in trouble. Um, things that would allow me to either disable or cause um, some sort of disruption um, to those around me that would seek my harm. I have a terrible fear of gargoyles.
Okay.
My
So
father was killed by one.
she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's
Yes.
horrible."
Yes, and I'm
what
always
kind of
my life is
protection
always
are
in
you?
danger.
I'm not sure if I have anything that would. Is there something specific you were looking for?
No, well, that's why I've come to you.
Well, I don't have
Anything that might
anything.
protect me? Do you have any type of protection that would?
I do have some protections here, but I don't know if they would work
And I look
versus a
at Cass and
gargoyle.
I look at Cass and go, not that kind of protection.
And she goes, well, I don't think I have anything that would protect you from a gargoyle, so to speak. She thanks and she's like, because she looks at the book again. She goes, the only thing I could think of, and you see her go over to the herb section and stuff, and she kind of smells it, and she goes, well, if you this may have a and when I say this, I'm saying this guessing because I don't know this for true, but I believe if you wave this branch of thistle over the gargoyles, wherever you hit him at, it will turn to stone and solidify.
Okay, go on.
That's all I have.
I look at Cass. What do you think?
Better than your dagger.
Well, what would this cost, and how shall I use it?
Because all the thistle itself, I think I've seen you around the streets and everything, and she says, if it will protect you from the gargoyle, she hands it to her. She goes, please, please. She goes, you take it. I would not see harm come to you.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. And do I know anything about? I mean, I'd be clueless, I'd imagine. She could be just straight bold-faced lying to me, and I could shake
No,
at
this
the
seems
gargoyle and
like
it do absolutely nothing as I'm being clawed to death.
right. You have no clue. Yeah, you have
No, it's a
no
gamble.
clue about.
Uh, let's see here. Yeah, it's a what do I want to say? It's a it's one of those healing potions, basically. it's a yeah. All right. So I shall take it and I shall thank her. As I look around, do I see anybody else but her in here?
No, you're the only ones in here.
Okay. Then I thank her, and I said we'll be on our way then.
All right.
And I'll look at Cass and go. I'll just kind of shake the thistle at her. I'll go thistle.
And you see little pieces of thistle fall away.
Ah! He says, I gotta keep all this. He says he puts it in a pouch.
She just nods at you. It's like, yeah, huh? You just put it together your crew, and now you're just
all right. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to the
hold on. As you leave, a guy comes in. You know, he brushes up against you as you come in.
Yeah.
He's cloaked, got the cowl going on, and he brushes past you, and you see, I'm going to just call her Stevie as the owner. Stevie, the owner.
Stevie.
You see her pull back the drapes for the back, and he runs through the drapes in the back, and she shuts them, and then she kind of looks at you almost embarrassed a little bit.
Well, I just kind of give her a little nod.
And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Yeah. Did I get a look at his face?
Give me an IQ roll. Now, this isn't one that's not. This is just to see how much you succeed by, not like whether you do succeed.
Right. Okay, let's see. Intelligence. Not very good.
Oh shit! Nice.
How about that? Look at me.
You got a
Crew
very
chief,
clear.
baby.
You are killing it. You see. You notice he's a half orc.
Oh.
All right, half orc, but he's very unusually like he's got striking looks. Like he's very like not that you want him, but he's very attractive features, and he's got these tattoos along his jawline. They're almost like tribal tattoos, but they're not. They're not. They don't have jagged edges. They're like straight lines, but they run 3 parallel straight lines run along his jawline.
Okay.
And that's what you notice.
All right then. All right. Well, then I'll save my other trip where I need to really get a better, because I don't think my sword is made of silver, because if it was, it would have.
I don't think you have. I think didn't you have? I don't know if you. I can't remember if you had anything silvered. I thought maybe you had a dagger, but I can't remember.
On my sheet, wherever it went to. There it is. Nope, I do have straps for my boots for climbing.
Okay.
No silvered anything.
Well, then you probably should get that remedied.
Yes, I will indeed get that remedied.
But what I will tell you, so to help you out here for the next one, we'll kind of get this thing is when you return to tugs or something like that. Sidwin's in there and invite and ask you to come into the back real quick.
Uh-huh.
And then on the table in the back, you see 10 pouches of coins back there.
Oh.
Here's part of your payment.
Where do we accrue this from?
He goes, well, this was part of the payment. And you see 1,000 silver pieces. He goes, this is part of your, this is part for the payment for what you brought in, and then to get your crew started. Everything. You get within that. He also gives you two gold crowns. So,
okay.
So you got 800 silver pieces, and then you got some flash money of the gold crowns. Gold crowns are worth.
Silver. Okay.
Yep.
And the gold crowns are worth what?
100 each.
100 each.
Yep.
Okay.
But that's the gold crowns are usually when you're trying to impress like merchants or nobility, or it's flash money a lot of times. I mean, you spend it too, but it's definitely there as much as a symbolic thing as anything else too.
Sure, it's letting them know, hey,
you're dealing with a player.
I'm a man of means.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
And give yourself 5 XP for tonight too.
Oh my gosh. 5 XP.
No.
I thought I was going to level up this time. Did I say that? But I only have.
I don't remember saying we're going to level up.
I have. Where's my. Oh, I did. Cause I have 37. Yeah, I have 37 hit points. 37.
Oh, all right.
Experience.
So now
you
you're
gave
fifth
me how
level.
much? 5?
Yep.
So that would put me at 2.
Yep.
And at 5th level.
At 5th level. Woohoo.
Okay.
So you get to roll a thing too, Paul.
Well, let me go ahead and roll, baby.
All right, roll. And don't.
All right. So under my thieveries.
Let's see. So now you are considered a shadow. You get the oh no, not a shadow. What are you, lawful or neutral?
I am
You're neutral.
yeah, I'm neutral.
So what just happened? Am I still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. So
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
I
just
am a
so you're a rogue.
I'm a rogue. Look at me.
Yeah.
All right.
You graduated
Yes.
from
All right, so let's roll on the old talents. Let's see what happens.
let's see what you got,
2d6.
Paul.
Boom, boom, boom.
9. Oh,
9. +2 to strength, dex, or charisma.
yeah. You can
All
bump
right.
up one by +1 or something like that.
Yeah, I could go +2 to strength, dexterity, or charisma. So I could go +1 dex and +1 strength.
Well, no, you can't split it up. You have
Oh,
to do it
okay.
all in one thing.
Well,
The
let's
12
see.
one, if you rolled a 12, that's the one where you can distribute.
Oh, that's right. Choose a talent or, well, just choose a talent or +2 points. Oh, to distribute, yeah, evenly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess I will do. Oh my gosh, I could get really good. My intelligence is what it is. My con is what it is.
Well, you
I
have to
get
do strength, dexterity, or charisma.
yes, yes. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do con. So, I think I don't know. I don't use my charisma all that much. Not as much as I need my strength. Let's
Well, you actually probably will, especially in the city. I mean, if it's something you want to do, because like the reason why you didn't have to do it a lot of the night, because relationships were kind of pretty much solidified that you dealt
Yeah.
with tonight, so you didn't have to worry about rolling
Well,
for
10 puts me at 0. At least I wouldn't be at a negative
what.
for charisma if I chose charisma.
Oh, okay, yeah, you could do that. Wait,
Uh,
so that
or
will
I
put
could
you at 10 then?
well, yeah, that puts me at 10, but if I do
Okay.
dexterity, that gives me a +4.
Yeah.
I'm maxed out there. And then if I'm at 15, that should be a plus. Oh, let me. That would be a 15. So I'd be
So
at
15.
+2.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
Oh, buddy, that is a good question. Oh, and I get to roll for hit points too, don't I?
I was gonna say, and you get your hit points. Yeah.
All right, let me do that. Let's see how many hit points I get. Oh,
Nice.
look at that.
Wow.
Hey, buddy,
Sweet.
I'm telling you, this crew chief, crew chief stuff, man.
Working for you, huh? You wear it well.
The question is, oh boy, I don't know. I'm almost wanting to do Dex and just say, look, I'm maxed out. It can't get any higher.
I don't blame you, because it can improve missile attacks and a permanent improvement on your AC.
That is true. So that gives me then. So what do I be? I'd just be a 12 armor class then, or 12? Would I go up
What's your or what would you go up to?
Well,
18?
Yeah.
So you'd have +4, and then what's your armor? Your
Leather.
That's 15.
Okay. Oh, that's because is that 11 +4?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's going to help me then. I think not getting hit.
Not getting hit will keep you alive longer.
Keep me alive longer. And I'm already have post traumatic stress from gargoyles. So
right. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think I'll go with that. And since I am a crew chief, I think my dex needs to be the best it can be.
You got to represent.
I got to represent, and then I will go from there then.
That sounds good. All right, cool. So Hobbs is now 5th level, and that's good. It's funny, Paul, because I'm kind of sort of using your supplement a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because what I'm doing, let me see. I gotta find I have the thieves one printed out. There's one or two of them I don't have printed out for some reason. Probably because I wasn't able to do it at the time. I don't remember what I did with them now. But anyways, what I'm doing is I'm building. So your rights and your thing for the thief,
Right.
I'm kind of building I'm baking it in at 5th level. So then when it does become 6th level, it's already kind of established.
Okay.
And it's not just hey, you just got enough XP. Here you go. You know, you get this.
Yeah.
You know, try to have it sort of be an organic progression toward it. I have to read it again though, but that's my plan at least. So,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I appreciate you playing. And so what I'll do, Paul, is I'm going to make up character sheets for everybody, and so they'll be available for you on Roll20. And then that way you can control the characters, all the tokens,
okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
and different things like that. And then if you would, for me, Paul, if you could just maybe just do a couple bullet points of intentions of next week.
Okay.
And then I can get those things prepped up. But yeah, so I'll do character NPC quests or NPC sheets. And then I'm trying to think of what else I need to do for it. You know what I really need to do? Find the fucking name for Tugs.
Yeah.
gotta hunt that down. I don't know where the hell I put that at, but it's hidden somewhere in my volumes there. So yeah. All right. I should just do a Tugs Tavern zine thing for it, so I just have it.
Yeah. Why not?
It's going to be a central, kind of a central location. So
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I would definitely build that out.
Yeah. All right. That sounds good. All right. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thanks for everybody who joined us. Small crowd tonight, but that's okay. I like having these things, so if I forget something, I can kind of go back and like, what the hell did I say?
That's right. This is like a living journal.
Yeah, definitely. Living journal helps me kind of keep. I keep notes, but sometimes I keep the worst freaking notes. I'll write down like a half a word. I'm like, what was that? It's like I ever start writing something down and I get distracted or something. I don't know. So, well, Paul, thank you for joining me. Thanks everybody else for joining us. And I think we're on for next week. So we'll be back here next week, and the streets of Scorn will hit level 5 apparently. Yeah.
That's right. Get ready for the crew chief, Hobbs.
That's right.